It's RKA coming at you live today, Facebook Live number 2. Nice to see you here. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to make $1 million in 3 seconds or less. You ready? Pay attention. This is quick. Not gonna happen. Oh man, I'm sorry. I punked you. That was mean of me. But the name of the game today, what we're talking about today, is the most dangerous, the biggest, most seductive, most sexy, and completely dangerous marketing myth out there, and that is the marketing myth of overnight success. And it's out there, folks. It's all over the damn place, and I'm sick of it. And yeah, I am a marketer myself. Yes, I run a web design and digital marketing boutique, and so I am one of them. And yet, I'm enraged to see other people in my industry, my colleagues, selling people lies that are tanking their businesses. And that's what I'm talking about today. This myth is dangerous because it will destroy your business. And so I'm here to help you avoid that business destroying myth. And let's have some real talk in this industry, guys. So many marketers out there peddling this overnight success lie. And of course, all right, I know I was joking with you. You're not going to make $1 million in 3 seconds, and nobody is actually selling products that promise making $1 million in 3 seconds. It was hyperbole. I was exaggerating. But, you know, I brought that out and I exaggerated that because the heart of that is what people are selling to small business owners today. This seductive, sexy idea that I can just like skip right past all the work and the struggles and the refining of my craft, and I can just skip right to being a wealthy millionaire. And it's dangerous, and I see it ruining people's businesses, and that's why I want to talk to you about it today. And of course, as I said, it's not going to show up. It doesn't show up the way that I said it. People aren't actually selling this concept of make $1 million in 3 seconds, but you know, I've been paying attention over the last few weeks to kind of the overnight success ad ploys that I've seen. And so I wrote a blog. You can check it out on rkaink.com/blog. It's the #1 blog up there. And I took a little sampling. I got it up here of some headlines that I saw in my Facebook feed that are playing to this overnight success myth. Here are a few for you. And these are real. I didn't make these up. These are actual lines from headlines, ads, sales pages that I saw. Create leads out of thin air. Ooh, magic. I like that. That would be fun. Less work, more traffic. Ooh, yeah. Who wouldn't like that? Ooh, this is my favorite one. Generate $20,000 in a single 5-day challenge. What? That sounds amazing. Sign me up for that. Escape your 9 to 5 in the next 6 months. Woohoo! All right, let's get out of here. Cut and run. And I tripled my income in 3 months. Yeah, so those are just a few examples of the overnight success kind of messaging that's out there, and it's seductive, guys. I mean, who doesn't want to believe it? Wouldn't we all just want to skip right past doing any sort of work and just head right into hammock time? You know, like hammock and a marg, sign me up. Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty cool, and that's why people are buying in, and guess what? It's destroying businesses. I see it all the time. And it destroys businesses in a few ways, and that's what I kind of want to talk about today. The 3 ways that I'm seeing this dangerous marketing myth taking businesses down while making the marketers rich. And that is some bullshit, because we have marketers who are making money off of selling people lies, and I'm calling bullshit on that. It's enough is enough. You do not want to be another victim of these marketers making, you know, paying for their hammock and marg. Nuh-uh. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. What is the first way that I see this overnight success kind of marketing myth hurting small business owners and hurting my clients would be it reduces confidence. The first thing it does is it reduces confidence. You would think, of course, that, you know, the goal is to increase your confidence. Like, oh, wow, I'm going to take this thing, and in 3 months, I'm just going to be the greatest business owner that ever lived. Woohoo! But what I see is, I see clients, I see friends, I see colleagues purchasing the course, purchasing the retreat, doing the program, doing whatever it is, spending on all this money on coaching to get those quick overnight results. And when they don't get those results that were promised, when they do everything that they were told, they go do all the steps, they follow the formula, and they don't become an overnight success, well, then they feel like a failure. And oftentimes I have that where somebody will come to me and they're deflated. And they're like, yeah, you know, I tried this person's program, I did this person's formula, I spent all this money on a coach, and I'm not rich yet. So I must be not meant to be a small business owner. I must, you know, it probably is time for me maybe to get out of the small business game. And so number one way that this marketing myth of overnight success dooms people is it shreds all of their confidence. And so they're left with this feeling of, why am I not rich yet? I must be doing something wrong. And of course, when they're in that state, they're either on the brink of giving up or ready to buy anything else that they can to try to like climb back up the mountain. Like, okay, all right, I'll just buy this other program. You know, I'll just spend a bunch more money on this new coach and see if that will work. And it doesn't. And so it just, you know, keeps going on and on. So number one way I see this happening, this myth destroying people's businesses, is that it destroys their confidence and makes people feel like a failure. And hey, I'm not immune to this. I've been there myself. You know, so, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to give you some examples of how this has happened in my own life. But, okay, so the number two way that I see this overnight success marketing myth, the, you know, create leads out of thin air, less work, more money concept is that people dump their life savings into chasing this dollar on a string. So, you know, I see small business owners who have really small marketing budgets or really small budgets for the year, and they take that precious budget and they dump it into this person's magic program, magic 5-week formula, you know. They dump all that money there, they don't get the returns back that they were hoping on, and now their business is in peril because they don't have the money they need to invest in the things that are actually going to push them forward. They spend all their money on this miracle overnight solution, and now they're screwed. So that's the second way I see it. You know, I see people losing confidence and I see people losing money. But both of those things aren't as dangerous as the biggest number three, the thing that I want to talk about today, the number one way that I see people destroying their own businesses by following this dollar at a string. And it's distracting people. That's what it is. Number three way that I see this myth destroying people's businesses is by distracting them from doing the actual work. We have gotten so caught up in the idea that there should be a shortcut to success. So I see so many people focused on this shortcut and not focused on actually being the best at what they do. They're spending all of their time and energy trying to win the lottery and become a millionaire or become, be able to somehow get out of having to do the work. And so instead of focusing on, serving their clients better, creating new products and services that are going to really thrill and help people, instead of focusing on that, instead of focusing on refining and honing their craft and just being, the best, whatever it is, fill in the blank, web designer, that's me, copywriter, healer, coach, whatever, fill in the blank, being the best that they can be, they're spending all their time and energy chasing this doll on the string, doing program after program, course after course, coach after coach, year after year, and they're so focused on this that they've wasted all this time that they could be spending improving their skill set and becoming the best at what they do. They've wasted that time and they've distracted themselves with this dollar on a string kind of chase. And that's the number one way that I see this overnight success myth, this create leads out of thin air, make $20,000 in 4 days. Like that's the biggest way I see that dooming people, because you spend, not only in the midst of this, then they typically get hit with number one and number two, is what I said before. Their confidence gets lowered because they're doing it. They spent all this time and energy trying to be an overnight success and it's not happening. So they're feeling like a failure, like, holy crap, why am I not a millionaire yet? I must be, not cut out for this. Number two, they spend all their money now on these magic pill solutions. And number three, they haven't actually gotten any better at what they do. In fact, in so many cases, they've gotten worse. They focus so much on this, idea of overnight success that they haven't improved their skill set. And now they've got their competition besting them because their competition in many cases is actually doing the work. So, you know, I see this all the time, and I'm getting inarticulate here because it really inspires rage in me. And yet, I don't want to pretend like I'm above this. I've been there. I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you an example. So, a couple months ago, I met with a couple of coaches at the beginning of the year to help me kind of jumpstart my year and, you know, make sure I was on the right track. And the first coach I met with at the very beginning of the year in January was Paul Zelizer, Awarepreneurs. Check him out. He's the best. And I met with Paul to kind of refocus my marketing efforts and get really clear about what I was going to do to market myself this year. And one of the things that we determined together, in the spirit of going against the grain of this overnight success model, one of the things that we determined together was that I didn't want to take that line of just immediately jumping to being an expert or, you know, being the leader of my field. And my goal as a business owner was going to be kind of a slow cooking goal, the slow cooked business goal. And what do I mean by that? You know, there's so much focus and pressure put on becoming a teacher, like becoming the master at what you do, and instead of doing teaching, you know. And so sometimes I've gotten a little bit wrapped up in, you know, should I do that? Is that the right way for me? But what I was able to determine with Paul was, no, my goal, my trajectory, my values line up with a totally different approach. And that approach is becoming the best at what I do through day after day, client by client, doing the work and getting better with each and every experience. Because my goal is in 5, 10, 15 years that I can look back on the body of my work and at that point be completely equipped to teach people and, you know, and help them. And I'm basing that not on, you know, my theories of what works for people, but actually based on boots to the ground, you know, one-on-one, day after day experiences. I want to be able to stand in front of a group of people and have them ask me questions, and I can, you know, give you an example for every possible thing under the sun, because I have worked with hundreds of people, and because I've served, you know, and I've done, you know, thousands or hundreds of websites, and I've helped people with hundreds of marketing campaigns. My goal and my trajectory as a business owner is to earn that expertise through doing the work. And so that's what Paul and I were able to determine together, okay? This is the approach, this is the strategy, and then here are the things I'm going to do along the way to get there. Okay, fast forward a month after having that call. You know, I made that decision, I was able to kind of relax, then I wasn't as, you know, focused on the dollar and on the string model. I wasn't as, you know, wrapped up in this idea that I need to be an expert tomorrow. I need to be, you know, I need to focus on day after day doing the work, improving my craft, pivoting, learning, and being the best designer and strategist that I can be today, and tomorrow I'll be better. And it just keeps going on and on like that. So we determined that, we kind of centered ourselves around that, and that, you know, was the foundation of my year. Flash forward a month, I'm talking to my other coach, Raven Delano, or you might know her as Raven Robinson. We're talking about, you know, the day-to-day challenges that come up, stuff with clients, projects that go wrong, you know, things falling apart. You know, that stuff happens. It's just business. It's just the day-to-day of business. We're talking about that, and I'm lamenting, like, why am I not further along in this? Like, I got caught up again in this idea that I should already have been this overnight success. Like, why am I not this wild, successful, crazy, like, in front of all these people, business owner, and I'm feeling down on myself, and I'm feeling like a failure, and I'm like really close to like clicking buy on a course that I know I don't need, but like maybe it'll help me like speed up my way to get where I want to be. And that's when Raven kind of stopped me, and she's just like, so it's hard, right? I'm like, yeah, it's hard. She's like, what if it's supposed to be hard? Isn't this exactly what you said you wanted your business trajectory to be? Aren't you doing exactly what you said you wanted to do? This hard stuff that you're doing in your business, this day by day, client by client, challenge by challenge experience you're having, this is exactly what you said you wanted. These are the experiences you're going to be calling up as you step more and more into your expertise. These are the experiences that are going to inform you as a strategist, as a designer, as a teacher, as I move into that space. You're actually doing it. This hard stuff that you're complaining about right now and that you're stressed maybe means that you're a failure. This hard stuff is exactly the stuff that you said that you wanted to push you forward towards that ultimate goal that you have of being an expert based on experience and not just based on theories. And then I was like, you're right. you're right, girl. She got me. She got me. Because even I had been seduced by that myth of, oh, you know, if I could just like speed it up a little bit, just like do this thing, just do this program, just follow this formula, just speed past the hard stuff, just go right on past it. And that's not how it actually works. And I myself had to remind myself of what I tell my clients each and every day. The work is the work. There are no shortcuts. It is such a dangerous myth to believe that if you just take this course, if you just go to this retreat, if you just do this person's program, that you're going to be able to skip over all the hard stuff that I just kind of described for you and head straight to easy street. It doesn't work that way. And the more that you focus on chasing that dollar on the string, the more you are dooming your business. You're wasting time. You're distracted from the stuff that's going to make you a successful business owner. And meanwhile, while you're spending all this money and time and energy being distracted on the stuff that doesn't matter, you're letting other people, you know, get ahead of you in the race, you know. And this isn't a race. I was about to refer to it as a race. This isn't a race. There is actually enough room for all of us to do our work and to be good at what we do. But what you're doing is, at the very least, you are wasting your time and you are dooming your potential success. And you know what? I would rather spend my time and my focus on honing my craft and being the best at what I do and moving towards that goal. And of course, that's my own concept. What is the best? We could go into that. But I would rather do that than spend all my time and money chasing this dollar on a string, not getting any better at my craft, not getting any better at serving my clients, not getting any better at running a business, and simply lining other people's pockets and making those dirty liars filthy rich. Well, I'm not in business to make, you know, philanderers, that's not the right word, to make slimy, marketers rich. I'm in business to help my clients. I'm in business to have freedom. I'm in business to improve the world around me. That's why I'm in business. And so, you know, I wish there was a shortcut, folks. I really do. And if there was, I would be in a hammock right now drinking a marg. I wouldn't be here. But, you know, the work is the work, as I said. And so I highly recommend next time you feel yourself thinking, why am I not a millionaire yet, though? Like, why am I not, like, remember, the work is the work. It will take 5+ years to build your online business to be where you want it to be, and more. It's a journey. Doesn't mean you're not going to make any money, but it's a journey. And check out my blog, rkinc.com/blog. You'll see that blog today, all about building your business, the slow branding. Alice Carolina Smith of Collabora Collective, she kind of turned, you know, she's the first person I heard use that term slow branding, and I love it. This idea of slow cooked business. That's the way. It's a marathon, not a sprint, guys. And if you want to learn a little bit more about building a business and being successful online, doing it the slow cooked way, the marathon way, head to don'thireawebdesigner.com. I got some cool stuff for you there. Check it out. Otherwise, hope you have a great day.